Alright guys, and here we have the brand new Demigra, a pretty solid unit from the Dragon Ball Heroes units, the new unit batch that is released here on JP Dokkan. This guy is going to be pretty solid because he's very similar to, I would say, AGL Rose, the way he gives key, about how hard he's going to be hitting. So that can make him pretty useful for a couple of teams that he's on. So, units that give a lot of key like this to allies can be very valuable and can also be very valuable for showcases, which is one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and rainbow this Demigra. In particular, I do think one place where this guy really might help out would be Dokkan Battlefield. I think this Demigra will be very, very good over there because that extra key can be very helpful for that extreme physical team, which he obviously is. So let's go ahead and test this guy out on the couple category teams that he is on. Alright guys, so we are back, and then here is our boy Physical Demigra. Now, it's been many months since I initially rainbowed him. Sometimes that happens with these units. I rainbow them right away and then just never get around to doing the video on them. But Physical Demigra is very, very good. I think he's going to be a very useful unit for a couple of teams. And he definitely is going to be more relevant now with all of the upgrades to the Dragon Ball Heroes units that we have gotten recently. So let's go ahead and see how well our boy Demigra will be able to hold up. This is a top-tier Dokkan event right here against his Trunks. How much damage he'll do. Okay, wow, Demigra did take 40k right there. So he, tight disadvantage, he is going to get hit very hard. I guess the one negative about this Demigra card is that he doesn't have defense, right? Basically, what he does is he greatly raises his attack for 1 turn on super attack. And he also has a 120% attack buff. And then he gives Extreme Class Allies 3 keys. So that's like a lot of the stuff he does, which is very good. He also does lower all enemies' attack and defense by 20%, which I do like. All in all, I think this Demigra is basically going to function as a solid support type unit. He has a lot of very, very good abilities that, again, I think could be very good on a number of teams, especially like villain-centric teams, right? So like here, we have Darkness Toa also on the team. Now, Darkness Toa, she links up incredibly well with Demigra. They have a couple of attack links, including Master of Magic, that hilarious link. They also have Demon Duo, which is a 20% attack link. So they have 35% attack from links. So that's a big, big number. So I think Demigra's best rotation is actually going to be on the Time Traveler team, along with Darkness Toa, as well as the Supreme Kai of Time. That will be Demigra's best rotation. That's where he's going to look at his best, right? So, all right, moving on to this last phase, we are going to have Physical Kid Buu on the rotation, and we do have Physical Kid Buu's passive active as well. So, this will be a good turn for our boy Demigra. We're not going to make it. No, we're not going to make it 2 turns away to see what Darkness Toa can do with him. That's fine, though. So, I guess we'll just go ahead like this. We'll put Angel Gold and Frieza in front to soak up some of that damage, and then let's see what number Demigra will hit right here, with Physical Kid Buu giving the 50% support type buff. Then we'll probably head over to the Realm of Gods theme. AGL Zamasu's theme. We'll kind of make it villain-centric. Over there, we can definitely get, Supreme Pi of Time on rotation with Demigra. She shares a few attack links with him as well. So there is at 1.15 million. Decent enough. Again, he does give allies 3 key, which is very helpful, and he does also lower enemy attack. Yeah, so this is a lot better. Now he's only taken like a couple thousand damage. That lowers all enemies' attack by 20%. That's a pretty useful ability. That's not really too bad. Alright, so let's move over to the Realm of Gods team. Alright guys, so now we're over here on the Realm of Gods team, where our boy Demigra certainly will be able to do some good things. Especially because now there is, a good number of villain units on the Realm of Gods team. You could run Zamasu as a villain leader for the Realm of Gods team, right? So, you could do like a full villain build. That certainly will work a little bit better for Demigra because, he has mainly villain links. And then, of course, he also gives Extreme Class Allies 3 key. That's a big thing. So, this is going to be a pretty good rotation right here for Demigra. Between these 2 units, most of his important attack links are active, so he's going to be looking really, really good right here. I believe the Supreme Kai of Time has her full 40% attack buff right there. Demigra gets up to 1.56 million. Definitely a reasonable number considering he's just a banner SSR. Now 1.7 million, very good. That's of course with an additional, because he does greatly raise his attack on rotation, or on super attack. So, between lowering enemy attack by 20%, giving extreme class allies all the key that he does, and he's probably usually gonna hover around a 1 million attack stat. I think that's generally the area you'll probably see him in, because he's got what, 13,500 attacks. So I guess that's a bit on the lower end for summonable SSRs. Really, for summonable SSRs, you are gonna want to be somewhere around the 14,000 or higher, I would say. But yeah, here's the power of the new Realm of Gods seed, where we have, LR Goku Black and Zamasu, we have, AGL Zamasu, and then SCR Rose, all of them together. They're very, very powerful. Looks like we're actually going to finish off Evolution Blue Vegeta right here on this turn. Now, let's go ahead and move over to the Time Traveler team. Yeah, that's Goku Black and Zamasu didn't have like any of their passive up either. Let's head to the Time Traveler team, where we will be able to see Demigra, I think, at his full potential with Darkness Toa, as well as the Supreme Kai of Time on rotation. There, he'll be pretty good. All right, guys, so we're over here on the Time Traveler team, where I have the best rotation that I want, but it's very difficult to specifically get under 30% HP, which is already super difficult to activate Darkness Toa's passive. But to then also get it on this rotation, this is going to be very tough. I mean, I'll try to get this, but at a certain point, I might just get too annoyed and not go with it. But this rotation will be good for our boy, Demigra. This is definitely his best rotation, because between all the support type buffs he's getting from Supreme Kai of Time as well as Darkness Toa, he's going to get a nice number here. Okay, so let's see what Demigra gets right here. Yeah, Supreme Kai of Time definitely had her passive active. So Demigra gets up to 1.69. And again, we can get higher than that, because Darkness Toa, she does get to 50% attack and defense to all allies when HP is 30% or below. I'll give it a few attempts to see if we can get it. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, right? It would just jump Demigra's his attack stat, what, maybe to 1.85 or something like that, 1.8 something. I think that's probably around where Demigra will max out. I mean, I'll give it a few tries. We'll see if we can possibly hit it. So give me 1 second. All right, guys, so I've done it. This has taken a while. This is pretty tough. Falling below 30% HP is really not easy, because like once you start getting close to that number, you're it's just not super easy. All right, so we did it, right? We fell below the required threshold, so Toa has the 50% buff. We are going to get a Dokkan attack right here. I don't actually want to get that with our boy Demigra, though. I'm also going to want to use a item here just to ensure that we will be good. So again, Darkness Toa right here is giving 50% attack and defense to our boy Demigra. Demigra also has Master of Magic, Demon Duo, and Godly Power active. So in total, that's 50% from links. So that's going to be pretty good right there. Plus, he greatly raised attack on super attack. So this will for sure be his best rotation. The reason I got the Dokkan attack with Supreme Kai of Time is because it's just annoying to see what the attack stat is of a Dokkan attack, right? So I'm just not even going to worry about all this. And we will see what Demigra does. Now, Demigra is definitely a unit. I think Demigra's best, viable spot is probably going to be in Dokkan Battlefield. I think that's where he will do the best, right? So let's see. Demigra gets up to 1.98 million. So if he got a second super attack, he would break a 2 million attack stat. But you do have to get an additional super right there. So pretty good from our boy, enhanced demon form Demigra, whatever it is you want to call him. At some point, I probably will rainbow the int version of Demigra as well. Hopefully we'll eventually get like a DOKKANFEST exclusive for Demigra, because I do think he is a character that does deserve that. Alright guys, so this is Overflowing Magic and Endeavors Demigra Enhanced Demon form. His leader skill is Extreme Physical type 3 key and 70% stats. So certainly that is a number that could be reasonable on Dokkan Battlefield. He could definitely help you out a bit over there. His super attack, Boiling Fist, greatly raises attack for 1 turn and does supreme damage to the enemy. His passive skill, Dark Ambition, is 120% attack at the start of turn. He gives extreme class allies 3 key, and he lowers all enemies' attack and defense by 20%. So he has a very, very good passive right there, capable of doing a number of things for the team, right? So that's one reason I really do like this Demigra card. His links are Master of Magic, Demon Duo, Brainiacs, Revival, Fear and Faith, and Godly Power. He does have some links sort of all over the place, but, you know, now that Darkness Toa has her awakening, she's very, very viable for a lot of teams. So you really could run her on a team with Demigra. He'll be able to get things like Demon Duo and Master of Magic with her. You know, over on the Realm of Gods team, it's very easy to get Godly Power active. You know, you could get Fear and Faith active on a lot of teams. He's got Revival, so that's good for the Revived Warrior team. So Demigra really will fit well on a lot of his teams. That's very, very good. The other thing is Demigra has a 12 key multiplier of 130%, so that's pretty bad right there. If that was higher, he'd definitely be able to hit a lot harder than 2 million, that's for sure. And then finally, Demigra is on a couple of category teams here. Number 1, he's on the Revived Warrior team, where he certainly will be helpful over there. I actually would like to see a super class leader of the Revived Warrior team at some point. That could be good, especially since Angel Gold and Frieza lowers Revived Warriors, you know, or lowers super class allies attack by 15%, right? Then over here, he is also on the Realm of Gods team, where he's a solid option, especially now that AGL Zamasu is the leader of the team, and you can do like kind of a full villain build where Demigra will be able to give a lot of key there. That'll help out a bit. And then finally, he is on the Time Traveler team, which, you know, is just one of the biggest, most diverse and interesting rosters of any category around. This team is really just so crazy. Again, I mean, here's the thing. Goku Black actually does work very well with all the Saiyans, right? He's got things like, you know, Prepare for Battle. He's got Fierce Battle. You know, when he transforms, he'll have Super Saiyan. So Goku Black is actually a pretty good leader for the Time Traveler category. I mean, we certainly could upgrade it by it having like a 170% attack buff, but right now the Time Traveler team, I would argue, is actually in good hands. So we'll finish up there. Demigra, a pretty solid unit. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.